Okay, hello everyone. Today is a Genshin day. Today we are trying to catch up with the story quest for the new. In order to be able to just do the new quest when she drops with Dotor and so on and so forth. We have like 4 days left, so I need to do it fast. Tomorrow is gonna be the weekend, so we are gonna have all the time in the world. I'm probably just gonna binge do it then. But today, my goal is only to finish Luna 4. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but yeah, let's go. I don't know if I'm gonna pull for Nicole. Personally, I think it's a bad idea because I don't have Varka, but you know what? When did I do things with my head and not my appreciation for beauty, you know? I'll have to check if she is how universal she is. I don't know. I get different impressions depending on which Reddit I follow. It's insane. People cannot be objective for their lives. And apparently there is also a boycott of Genshin going on. What is this, the 6th boycott? I think they are getting boycotted every freaking month at this point for some good and some dumb reasons.
Do you think the others are making good progress? Hope it's all going smoothly.
I hate you, Paimon. I hate
They
you.
made it back as well.
Okay, the squad is here.
Prince, Lama, how did it all go?
Damn, how did they manage to
All is well, thank you.
pass Loma, you know?
Nether and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so they won't be joining us for now.
I ran into Miss Anefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr. Flins.
How can she tell?
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young warriors.
So that's Albedo and the
We
Duri.
meet again. How have you been?
Albedo, what are you doing here?
That would be a natural assumption to make. It's also the correct one.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt. When they told me they were Sir Varka's colleagues, and given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder you're already acquainted.
So, who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see. And a rather stern countenance. I presume
I've seen
you were acquainted with him. Is that not
the
the
banner
case?
for him, Durin.
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've technically met before.
Wait a sec. You're Minnie Durin.
That's right. It's me. I'm glad
That's
to see
right.
you again.
It's me, Mario.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who they are.
Wow, you look so different. In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon as a sign of my great respect for you.
diminutive as ever.
Wow, you're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this. From now on, you may refer to her as your esteemed guide, Paimon.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect
Can we
size.
go back to our... we are hunted by one of the sinners of Kainria, people. What are you doing?
When people call her little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help themselves.
You're absolutely right, Miss Lama. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding human relationships.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't Columbina, leave with you?
She's been catching up with old friends. Wouldn't be surprised if she stopped for a cup of tea or 10 on the way back.
All these people are so laid back.
Oh, people are talking about me. Hope it's nothing negative.
If I was ready, I would burn, not cry down to the ground while these people are here talking among each other, just to try and smoke them out.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chairs.
No need. This is a job for...
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escorting my friends back. I'll be meeting SNEZHNAYA shortly, as we still have some things to discuss.
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just glad I could help out some true friends.
I understand. Well, bye for now, Harlequino.
Why do I feel...
This place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not fit all these people in.
So I can already see the plot of SNEZHNAYA. You don't even need leaks. The name of the Tsaritsa is Anastasia, right? It's gonna be some kind of Rasputin plot, right? With one of the officials just twisting the Tsaritsa's will in order to get his way. Probably the Fatui are actually he's in charge actually of the Fatui, and the Tsaritsa is mostly in charge of the Harbingers. And the guy is just using them to expand his own power, and it was never the Tsaritsa's will for them to be seen as villains. She just wanted to borrow the gnosis from her friends, nothing more than that. Yada yada yada. Predictable.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am.
An elegy for faded moonlight. Oh, dance! They really are all gathering.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues I brought in. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague too?
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
Bro, he needs a model update.
This here is Deanslip, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more sort of friends.
He is looking so so low res compared to
When
the
someone
others.
else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self, once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important. Paimon's guessing you've heard about the Wild Hunt, then.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at the table?
No, back off. Bye.
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else.
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs. I've missed this.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
Oh, Good point. Paimon gets you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it.
I'm crying.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you curious to see what's taking her so long?
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, I'm guessing she'd prefer to keep her methods confidential. Under such circumstances, would it not be tactless for me to impose?
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
Fight, fight,
What can I say?
fight.
You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchanter. Besides, you have far more in common with her than I do.
All right,
Always
then.
with that smiley face.
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire your powers of persuasion, my friend.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be selective with your own.
Bro, this guy is a genius. It's like he's been a corporate slave for dozens of years. Maybe he has. He's a fae. They live for a
Another
long
trick
time.
is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true sage.
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. And feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to business once the other two arrive.
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
Yeah. For starters, why'd you just show up here without even giving us a heads up?
If you think back to our previous interactions, you may recall
Yeah, I wanted
that
to say,
that's
he always
hardly
does
out
that.
of
You do have a point there. Oh yeah, you'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Want to tag along with us?
Sure, let's do that.
Wait, he's gonna sleep in the same...
Great! Paimon will handle it. And in return, we can get Dainslift to be our very own personal
I wanted to share the
bodyguard.
room with Loma. Or Columbina. You know? Why are... Bro.
If that's what you had in
Is
mind, you should have
is
said
this
so sooner.
Game of Thrones?
I'd be
Is this
happy
guy
to
just
help.
gonna stay at the door and be a guard while we are doing our thing, you know? Is your name Jamie? Do you have a sister?
Oh, okay then. Paimon was only kidding, but anyway, since we're all here together,
Indeed.
He did not answer the question. Why are you here?
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker?
much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
That sounds like a lovely idea. You know how to paint then?
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance, I'd like to give it a try myself.
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how about you, Durin? What sort of portrait would you prefer?
Oh, I'd be fine with anything.
This is so
Whatever
awkward.
style feels best to you.
Very well.
You can replicate any style I want?
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do my best to match it.
Thank you. In that case, I'll dig up some reference material for you.
You're both awfully quiet. Have either of...
That sounds like a...
I
Oh
dabble.
my god,
He's
I have to redo it.
flattered.
If I ever get...
I'll bear that in...
Oh, whatever style.
Very well.
You can replicate it.
I can try.
Thank you.
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so many people.
You're not alone there, my friend.
There are only
The
like
Lightkeepers
7.
also struggle to bring everyone together for a serious discussion.
Are you kidding me? Are there so few knights?
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met 2 Ratniki, one being you, and the other being that young guy, Eatlua.
Eatlua is a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse.
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? That's what it sounds like you're saying. Come on, why the awkward silence?
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother trying to hide it. You've known all along, haven't you, my friend? Now that was an awkward silence.
What are they even
Let's
talking
just keep
about?
this between ourselves. Probably best if Eloa doesn't know.
Wait, what is this? What? A fake Ratnik? Flint's is not a rat, but he is a Ratnik. What is this?
That goes without saying.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself,
That
I
doesn't
swear,
really mean much.
your secret's
So
safe
what
with me.
exactly is the secret that we are also aware of? That he's a fae?
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds.
Of course. Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbados, all right?
Fair enough, then.
I don't really understand the secret. I feel like it's a nothing burger, though. She's not happy. She's not happy at all. Look how unimpressed she looks. I need to pull her. I did like 40 pulls
Miss
on her bed.
Nefer, you made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
Huh. So much for just this once.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a roll here. What if she remembers and suddenly decides to back
I don't
out?
think Nefer is not aware of this.
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be speaking before so many distinguished colleagues and collaborators. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted
Couldn't
by
we just
Yehoda
ask
and Lauma.
Dan Slave?
From the little I've heard, they're making some great progress. Over here, we have Mr. Flint's,
I mean,
a Ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse.
couldn't
In our
we
last
have just
operation,
contacted
he
the
courageously
Slave
distracted the wild
before
hunt to buy
and asked
time
him
for the
about
rest of
his
us.
former
For
colleague?
those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and
kick
quite
her out.
possibly
Whoa! That's a lot of people. Great turnout.
Miss Nefer. It looks like you might have another job coming your way. So, congratulations on the booming business, I guess.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for me now?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Recher of Solnari.
How is it possible you are
Well,
not aware
it's
of?
not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your
Oh,
job's
right.
probably more
Did he lose
hassle
his
than it's
memories or
worth.
something? I don't
Something
really...
about
It's
you
been
seems
so
like
long.
Bad news.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity?
It
In
barely
that
does
case,
anything,
the fact
though.
that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
Bro, but that mask does nothing to cover his identity. I mean, just cut it in half on the middle like this and paste it on the other side and you have his face. Like, what?
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Recher of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate Rerir's background.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends? What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the five sinners.
And if you don't, how are you exactly expecting Nefer to know?
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the five sinners. I remember it all like it was
Okay, so
yesterday.
he did not lose his memory. Couldn't you have just asked him instead of bothering Nefer?
I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The five sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedifenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rheindotter, who desired to create life. The foul, Surtologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Raker of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon.
Okay, let's go over them. So Vedfolnir was his brother, right? The one that could see the future. Tatir is the one that was seeking knowledge. There is some theory that Vedfolnir is like the Abyss itself, the actual leader of the Abyss cult. Gold Rheindotter, she's with Hexeray, isn't she? The foul Surtalogi we met in the fight against the Narwhal, his pet, and we have
Of the
Rerir.
five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night?
Bro, are you...
How did he come to
You know
fall
he
like
was
the
getting...
others?
He only cared about his wife, right? About his engagement. So I am like, aren't you aware that they must be connected? It's the only
In
explanation.
other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time?
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I hardly know where to begin. The fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons.
Bro, that king is mad,
When I came
mad.
to hear of this,
We are back in
my
Game of
fury
Thrones.
knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, just like we had planned, each striking towards our separate target. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman.
He does not seem that
Uncovering the
mad to me
truth of
even now.
Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery.
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks! Besides, isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down next time.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private once the meeting is over.
Before that, there's a few things I'd
We
like
are
to share.
speaking. But it looks out of place. I feel like we're raising our voice for no reason.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But it seems like that hasn't happened yet.
I believe it will take a little longer. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Teyvat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so,
How can
I will
Teyvat
do everything in my power
reject
to
such a
help you
cute
drive out the ray
moon
here of
goddess?
Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about chasing the spoils of victory. It's just a gesture of heartfelt gratitude.
I mean, lady, you are now she's making it sound as if she's doing us a favor by chasing Rariel, which it kind of is, but at the same time, he is after you. He is hunting you, so is this is just mutual benefit. Don't think you're out of the hook.
Defeating the ray here of Solnari will be no easy task.
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to defeat him.
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions. Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer.
So you're placing all your hopes on me, huh?
She's not happy at all.
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinches insincere flattery the next.
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just pretend I'm not here.
I almost don't want to leave this room. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us until the very end.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that? What if I suddenly decide that my compensation is insufficient?
Lady, your act dropped a few versions ago. Like, come on. Are you still pretending?
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing you, that alone is motive enough.
Look at them getting along so well.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't actually enjoy
Nefer is
having
my
everyone's
spirit
hopes on my
animal.
shoulder.
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people says more about me than you.
Anyway, we've got our plan, so let's get moving. Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned, I'd like you to come with me.
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck getting Lauma to convince Miss Nefer than trying to do it myself.
Hate to say it, friend, but that's one of the funniest things
Was that
I've heard in
funny?
a while.
Why? You think I've got it wrong?
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so hilarious is how long it's taken you to
I mean,
realize.
that's true. He's been here for ages, like literally 6 years, and he never realized this. Okay, but couldn't you just tell us two, like, 2 in 1, you know? Explain to us.
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsliff get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rarier's past. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation.
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you
Okay,
too,
enough with the flattery. Let's go to
That's
the
one way
business.
to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. All right, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rarier's thoughts again using my confidential method. The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together, and once inside, I will focus on searching for information. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information.
But what did dying
Lastly,
self
Any
slave tell you?
individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony.
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon can do is cross her fingers and root for you guys.
Isn't that how it's always been?
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team.
So, Paimon's like the lifeguard? Yeah, that makes sense.
We are
Good.
all doomed.
Please, take a seat.
We are all so doomed. Also, apparently, the Luna
So,
series of
Did
quests
Mr. Dainesliff
lasts
tell
like
you anything
30
else?
hours total. Isn't that crazy?
He told me that he believes Rarier kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall.
He
but
told
he's
you
asked me to
nothing.
uncover what those secrets were all the same.
But surely you're not planning to go through
Oh
with
my
this,
god, that was so
no matter the
useless.
cost.
Tiny Slave was here just to aura farm.
If you think that, you'd be
You realize that
me.
he did not
I'm a
provide any
businesswoman,
additional
not a
information outside of
mercenary.
who they were exactly.
But I do have
But it
my
does not
own
really help the
professional
situation at
reasons
all.
for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history? No chance.
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety concerns, we're good.
You're such a killjoy.
So there is gonna be a additional quest later about Nefer and her summoning method.
All right.
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body relax. Close your eyes. Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. According to Dainesliff, Rarier used to be an intelligence operative.
You already
Is
figured
this
that
where
out.
You keep your secrets, Rarier? Can't say
You
I'm
already
not looking
heard.
forward to this.
You already know he was the executioner for the science of the Crimson Moon. Why are you acting like Dainesliff told you something new? I don't understand this character. This is what's bugging me about the Genshin story quest. It feels like they forget stuff between each version, which makes kind of a sense because I guess people are just, are experiencing the story 1 month after it was released and all that, but I feel like it's retconning some stuff.
Wonder what kind of encryption technique this is. Aha.
Please, hear me out. I can't shake this feeling that someone's been spying
Bro,
on
they
our
got
house.
cameras in Kainria.
I'm not being paranoid. I saw someone dressed in all black. It was a couple of days back, but that was on another street, not...
There's a note in the margin. Surveillance of the run for their residence has concluded. Could the voice in the recording belong to...
Bro, what kind of technology is this?
tucked inside a folder. But at this stage, I have no idea.
Was that like a spy?
Bookshelves full of documents. Looks like these are all files. The Crimson Moon Dynasty preceded the eclipse. Since Rerir worked as
You
a secret
already
agent
know all
during the
this.
latter, it stands to... Yep. Line.
You... Lady! Did you get brainwashed? Is this the Grand Architect in disguise? Did he just jump into Genshin? What? She knew all of this. Wardell or Redhead?
Time to wade through them just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets.
Damn, he is cold-hearted. Although, to be honest...
23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant.
I mean, to be honest, they are indeed plotting to bring down the Eclipse dynasty, so it makes sense you'll not be that bothered.
Another one for purged sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind.
That explains why they were both red-headed. But at the same time, bro, they sent a child after your girlfriend, after your fiancé. These guys are not clean.
Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant.
I mean, the question is, are they aware they are being in contact with other descendants or not?
Neutralized. Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Huh. He barely even interacted with other Crimson Moon descendants.
Okay, so this is what, when things sleeping, you know, like in Justice Superman. It goes good at first, it makes sense, but then he starts just going crazy for even the smallest of things.
Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year.
To make this, you know,
poses a threat to the dynasty.
All said and all that, but bro, I've watched enough medieval movies and shows and Game of Thrones and whatnot. In periods like in this kind of periods, being a children meant nothing. As sad as it is, but it's just the truth. They will not care, especially when a dynasty was replaced. They will just kill everyone. They will not even spare the dogs.
Neutralized. Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. She doesn't seem to be anyone important, but then again, how many of them really are? Female,
oh, they are
13.
getting younger and younger.
Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized. Filed.
They are really
11.
getting younger and younger.
Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized.
Wait, he said he has not been observed making contact. Okay, yeah, as mentioned before, they are going crazy now and they are purging everyone. But
Male.
6.
Occupation, none.
He does not even
Orphan,
bother now.
confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Poses a threat to
As
the
long as
dynasty.
he's a confirmed Crimson Moon descendant, he's getting killed. But again, this was so normal in that period of time with monarchies and dynasties. That's why they, for the most part, they are no longer around, you know? Like brothers were killing each other for the throne.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it.
That's the abyss.
Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
I understand why he does it. It was perfectly normal in that period of time, but bro, don't lie to yourself, okay? You are killing children. Most of them actually will not even have been involved in something like this. And you know, the funny thing is that you ended up missing the only children that will actually be an issue. Ooh, chest.
A box containing a ring inlaid with a precious gem.
Look, Tolin, this is dead. Give me the ring.
Must be for his girlfriend.
I'm gonna sell it for millions of mora. This is gonna be enough to raise 3 characters. No! Do I need to examine the mirror?
Even gloomier than last time.
Lady, did you not pay attention? And they are calling me a story skipper.
Mr. Vedifalnir, it's been quite some time since we last met.
Show his face. I dare you.
I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out. It's just, I noticed you didn't even phrase that as a question. Tell me, does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask questions?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things. Things like your arrival.
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be inviting both you and Dane to my wedding.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such. It's a wish, isn't it?
No fooling a prophet, is there?
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came looking for me.
And I knew that you are not gonna get married.
Does it feel good? Knowing how the future will unfold.
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, it can be all too easy to succumb to fear and melancholy. Unless, of course, you learn to abandon these feelings. You fear my silence, and long to hear the words I left unspoken that day.
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. And the reason is simple.
He already said everything.
Could never have lived up to your hopes. For both our sakes.
You already pretty much implied that this guy is not getting his wish of getting married.
The burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulders.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to his majesty than I am. You must know better than anyone how much he's changed.
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the most virtuous of rulers, or a tyrant more terrible than the most vicious of dragons.
The Mad King.
You are so
burn them all.
Wise and far-sighted, yet still you would have me live in fear of the unknown?
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone was all it took to send you spiraling downwards. Very well then, let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother of your friend. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If happiness is what you seek, you should find another fiancé.
And now he's gonna get angry. That's how it happens, right? Tell me the future. Oh damn, not that future, not that one. I don't like bad futures. By the way, is Mona gonna take the place of Vedfolnir sometimes down the line, becoming the new visionary of Teyvat? I mean, I guess he reacted better than expected.
There's that same black fog again. Could this memory belong to Thelindis? Guess I'd better tread
She ate her like the Red Riding
Hear me
Hood.
out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rayrir, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
Look, this was the guy, this was the kid that you should have went after.
What did you say? A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
And at the same time, you know, Tolindis also leads a double life.
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is how it kind of goes.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream of doing such a despicable thing.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone. You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a flicker of fury for the way we were trampled
And
into the
this
dust.
is how the justification people were using in the past for purging entire families and not leaving anyone behind, because they were always afraid a child like this at some point is gonna come out, seek vengeance on them and try to, you know, off them.
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him. Or have him persuade the Vinster King.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our secrets over and over again? Or why we refuse to give up on restoring the dynasty?
You know, if for someone like you that appealed to Tolindi's family relations of her having the blood of the Crimson Moon, you guys kept a lot of stuff from her too.
The Vinster King. A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark my words.
You guys
Sooner or
were
later,
not any
Conria
better.
will fall. And it will be his doing. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends upon us all.
Can this guy explain why Rayrir in particular would his death will be the one that will save Kandria or save his dynasty? I feel like they will just put somebody else in place, and at this point they are so weak, they are only children, and they are getting desperate, right? Because it's clear that Tolindis is not a true descendant of the Red Moon, of the Crimson Moon. She does not have the eyes.
The Rayhir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rayrir. But who
What
am I to
is
talk?
Solnari?
Am I really any better? I've kept my own past a secret this whole time too.
At least she's not a hypocrite.
Love should be built on honesty. But ours was born from lies. And yet, is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, how can we go on pretending to be normal? Vedfolnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. In the end, nothing stays hidden
So she
forever.
knows about Vedfolnir's prophecy. Also, damn, Tolindis, what the... Okay, I understand what Rerir sees.
But I won't
I
just
see
sit by
too.
and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything in my power to protect what I cannot afford to lose, no matter who I have to face.
And that person will probably be the Vinster.
Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you risk having your throat torn out.
Deli? Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten they used to run a deli. People of no consequence always vanish so easily. And no one even remembers them.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be. So many have died already. And they say that the king's madness grows with each passing day. We're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this way? Do we really deserve to die just because of the blood that runs through our veins? Felindis, are you even listening?
She does not have the eyes.
Sorry, Freether. My mind was off wandering.
She got done a wall.
I heard you, though. You're talking about what Rerir said. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and dissidents.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you from the very beginning.
For what purpose exactly? For what purpose?
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and besides, my eyes are perfectly ordinary. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection to any of it. It's been a long time since my family severed ties.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic of a king? No one.
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourselves hidden. Don't let anyone find you, anyone at all. Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's around. And when I am too. For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just act like we've never met.
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together, surely he wouldn't lay a hand on you.
I won't speak in his defense. Nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. But I'll do everything I can to put an end to this.
This is like Romeo and Juliet.
Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it. You'll be glad you took some spare change.
You call that change? But...
Is Fritter... what you Arlecchino must descend from some kind of lineage. Which lineage? Orlog? Fritter? Which descendant of the Crimson Moon ended up
I've got a job, and
siring,
there's
quote
still money
unquote,
coming
her?
in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please think about yourself for once.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway. Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. You've been a hunter for so long now, you seem to have forgotten that most people don't just go around killing one another.
Yeah, you'll be surprised.
Leave me alone. sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. And the brain won't sense a thing.
I'm down with that. I'll bet no one ever died a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
No more lies.
That doesn't make it open to the also. The king happens to need you right now. One of the he doesn't.
That won't happen.
He's changed. Ever since he showed the spell of that power. In the beginning, he only had you take out a handful of the guilty.
Is the Abyss the voice of reason? What's happening?
I've always been guilty, and I've carried out my work flawlessly.
Can't hide the truth.
How many times do I need to do this?
No more lies.
You know why Fergus didn't accept your proposal, don't you? Was it because she didn't trust you, or something else?
Oh, so he was aware of telling this. He was aware she's a descendant of the Crimson Moon. Damn, okay. I mean, it makes sense. He is an intelligence officer. He could not be so blind to miss the one right by his side.
Delindis, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog?
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while, didn't you?
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. Chances are he's already dead.
I mean, that will be more... that guy with his eyes, he was such an obvious target. Also, bro, that guy was trying to convince her to kill her earlier, so he's like...
I just don't get it. After everything he's done, why do you still stand by him?
Because if not Rerir, there will be somebody else. But that's just the fact. It will either be Dying Slave or some other executioner. At the end of the day, Rerir has nothing special right now, right? No particular talent or whatnot. Anyone could take his job. They took our job. He could be replaced with the AIs. Don't they have like these the automatons?
Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not... Just hear me out.
I need to go now, Delindis. They're looking for us. You take care too. If you ever need a place to hide, come find us.
So Orlog is gone.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 hours for experimental purposes. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is proving more problematic than anticipated. No progress whatsoever. What now? Things are getting worse by the day. But I... If all this research comes to nothing, what then? But could he really bring himself to kill me?
She's scared. No, he couldn't.
No. Surely he wouldn't have the heart.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
I mean...
You want...
That guy changed his tune. Wasn't he all about restoring his dynasty? I'm pretty sure Orlog was about restoring...
Yes. I just want to go on living.
And later on overthrow the dynasty and take his place.
Crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen.
Where is Ether in all of this? He got called out, or well, Lumine, one of the twins.
Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? So these files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too.
I don't know, bro. Taking pleasure in...
Wait.
In this kind of job. Let me guess, that's Tholindis.
Tholindis? No. No! Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? It cannot be.
Probably all the children connected to the Crimson Moon that were contacting her caused this.
A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. You've been living in the shadows just like me. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagining my friends would back me up. But in the end, Irminsul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what?
Okay, bro, look, I was all on board with Rerir until this point, you know, but not as supporting his actions, but more like understanding them. But, bro, you need to not be like a hypocrite. All was fine. You had no remorse, or, well, very little remorse in killing all these children. And now you start to rebel when the one on the chopping block is your potential fiancé. Yeah, I mean... Isn't that just hypocrisy at its finest? Also, the name of the Winster King, Irminsul. What? Did he get turned into a tree as punishment or something like that?
Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until everyone down here is dead?
Yeah, sure. Now he is against the king.
No. This cannot go on. This is where it ends.
Yes, so we are all...
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Oh, yeah, as mentioned, the children probably tipped them off about Tholindis. Also, I guess we found that where Arlecchino comes from, with Orlog out of the picture.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. But what about
now she
you?
cares about him. What's with all this hypocrisy?
If you let me go, you won't be able to complete your mission, will you?
What's with all this hypocrisy?
Good point. In that case, maybe you should stay.
No, please! I just want to see the outside world again.
She cracked very fast, huh? You are no longer pretending.
Go on living.
Yes. I know you're a man of your word. So please, just let me go.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedrfolnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
Wait, that's Vedrfolnir? Okay, now I understand where the people came up with the theory that Vedrfolnir is the abyss itself.
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thelindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now I know exactly whose it is. It's Vedrfolnir.
He got corrupted by the Abyss. Did he get involved with the Abyss too?
He how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me.
That's just like that. Now I understand where the theory on Reddit came from.
Tell me then, what will this moment of opportunity look like? And no answer. He's like a ghost.
So, the Eclipse dynasty was purging, well, massacring the
What's the
descendants of
difference between the
Crimson
terms?
Moon. And it seems like it was all connected to the Vinster King's research. The King's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria hanging in the balance. And it looks like this Thelindis, Rerir's would-be fiancé, herself belonged to a sub-branch of the Crimson Moon dynasty's descendant. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. And why does Vedrfolnir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? This guy kept more secrets than I ever imagined. The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, you only ever see the parts they're willing to let surface. Time for something a bit more creative. We've been inside Rerir's mind this whole time. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction, part simulation, part reasoning, but it's usually pretty accurate. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just
She's
need to
doing his
cross-check the logic behind
psychoanalysis.
his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has really been hiding.
Rerir, are you there?
Ooh, Reri. What? So that's kind of like a moon, and that's the wolf, and there are like spikes, and the moon kind of protected him from the spikes. Are we playing chess now?
Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent!
Okay, and what's with the obsession with the chess pieces? That's the Gnosis too, right? And this is Daneslave. Like, bro, that's a quite accurate representation. I was expecting something more abstract. And what's with that in the cave?
Dane? What's wrong?
I mean, compared to Rerir, who is a wolf, represented as a wolf with this kind of tail, Daneslave is just like one-to-one. This is so lazy.
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay, I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas. I'll need to leave her a note.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before.
Who's the horse? The narwhal. Is that surtology?
Well, this is a nice
Oh
change,
no, it's a Rhine
meeting you
daughter.
all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward for our dear Conria.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
Okay, so this is surtology. I mean, it makes sense. He's a sword. I've only seen the horn or on that horse, you know, that unicorn, and I was thinking like maybe the horn of the narwhal, something like that. But no, it's a Rhine daughter.
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sertology only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Surely only a fair fight could explain that.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible.
Lunatic.
He's one to talk.
Raptatir. What brings you here?
Damn, this guy looks mad. Is this the wise, the one that wanted to get his hands on all the knowledge?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhine-daughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no greater convenience than he does you.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself.
He kind of reminds
so
me of the forest, right?
Humble Servant Act. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria. Vice President Veet doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age.
He's calling it out directly.
Of course, no job is without its gripes. And as for Efterveet, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life, it comes with pros and cons.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rarir.
Mr. Sertology. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember.
He was sentenced?
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little gathering.
It's my brother, Vedafenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedafenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Horoptatir more than anyone else in the... Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to anyone paying attention. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedafenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in
Isn't that how it always worked?
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedafenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedafenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedafenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, That is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. You have noble ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world. All I want is a letter of pardon.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly slim.
So Dainsleif was trying to play the savior, but all these guys had their own interests at heart. This is what happens if you don't travel Teyvat first, Dains. This is what happens. You first need to travel through all 7 nations, save each of them individually.
Fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. Another mystery I'll need to unravel.
And after doing that, only you will have trusted companions. I mean, if it's saved and you don't, and that guy does not recover, I don't care, you know? So that's bait.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental purposes. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly,
just like the
it serves
Strider
as a
Gate
portal to
in
an as
Wuthering
yet
Waves.
indeterminate location. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in the single digits. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow Lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research, which has stymied all Crimson Moon-related projects. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this, as well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource. We are neglecting other promising technologies. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gateway. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown?
She is kind of unbothered about the entire situation. Oh, there are multiple. Okay. Okay, so that's the wrong path. Good to know.
This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
The Lindis. Did you hear about what happened?
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual. You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation never happened. You understand?
What if he finds out that you pried into his secret?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all described.
Okay, she gave the I don't know answer.
Possibly I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will be able to see a red moon.
Wait, she's definitely gonna be the one that
A red
Arlecchino
moon?
descends from.
You mean our moon?
That's right. Our moon.
I promise
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins, no matter how long it takes.
I mean, the Crimson Moon, isn't the moon corrupted by the Abyss, so it's like they're not good people either. The guard. Okay, so we need to go through most likely this side. Okay, but how do you do this? Do you need to go? Okay, just ignore that.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please, don't do this!
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Conria.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatir and Rhindaughter will disarm the security measures. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
Imagine we could have used Dainsleif for combat. But no, it's still some kind of chess board. And it's probably... wait, how do we...
place is filthy. And the smell is abominable. Found you. Hello, Mr. Vedafilnir.
It's you.
Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise isn't an emotion that prophets feel very often.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds to words of earnest remonstration.
Okay, so this is the visionary. His chess piece is like a star surrounded by an Ouroboros.
I'm curious. What did you prophesize this time?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. Someone had to say it. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path, Conria will surely fall.
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless to change it. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future does nothing more for him than slowly crush his spirit.
Well, unless you're the traveler who can
Forgive my
change the future.
Vedafilnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing for a long time. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and suspicion. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future. Right up until...
Until what?
Just now. I believe I saw something new.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you.
I sense hatred in you. But also hope. A desperate hope that with the tyrant deposed, that will be the end of the story. But this is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter.
The beginning of Genshin-Impact.
There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. You're not here for justice, are you? You're here for yourself.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not the polearm? It was always your weapon of choice.
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on the same side, aren't we?
We could be. But I need you to be honest with me, Vedafilnir. At this point, you're my only hope for the future.
You mean your future? With your beloved, Felindis?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. But forgive me, I care first and foremost about myself.
Okay, respect. He's no longer a hypocrite. At least he accepted everything now. He is aware that he only cares about himself.
I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest problems of our age. So tell me, what is my solution? What's the answer?
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong.
He's giving him a riddle.
Not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain price in the pursuit of happiness, but unfortunately, fate does not negotiate. That is the cruelest thing about fate. It is unmoved by your sacrifices.
That can't be true. I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek more power, so I can protect the things I love. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it? Why? Why are you doing all this?
My voice. In your head. So, you hear it too? The voice that
so it was
steals your
not
mind, gains your trust and drives you crazy.
So it was not Vedrfolnir, it was the Abyss with the voice of Vedrfolnir. The Abyss, I think, is possessing this guy.
It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Vedrfolnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd discovered some monumental secret. But then he suddenly switched to looking extremely weary.
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. Whatever trials and tribulations you may face, be steadfast in the belief that they are your path to the future. For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come to an end. That is the only chance you have of fighting back against fate. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless, that is all I will say on the matter.
I will hold you to your word.
Thank you for setting me free. In return, I will tell you one more thing that you cannot afford to ignore.
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas Magistrorum.
The Universitas? Oh no!
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon, Rerir.
Seeing each other, huh? But you don't have eyes.
Whatever Vedrfolnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to lose.
All is foretold.
Monsters? Is this Rhindaughter's doing? By the Universitas Magistrorum. Out of my way!
It all adds up.
The Universitas. That reminds me of a rumor I once heard. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. But if they were ever
that little guy just
it would
vibing there.
be on a night like tonight.
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't!
That sounded like an explosion. So, the rumor is true? The king really went through with it. What other means does the king have at his disposal? And given it's a major center of Abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be in grave danger.
Wait. Okay. I almost dropped down.
Let my name echo in song!
The deception ends here. Can't hide the truth. It all adds up. Seek within. No more lies. It all falls into place. Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
Shower me with praise! Time to shine! A dash of frosting! A burst of...
And now we are going back to Polinis.
Monsters at the Universitas Magistrorum? Why now? Oh no, they're coming. It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Where are the weapons? Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been allocated yet. I'm done for. Is anyone there? I need help! Ah! Stay back! Please stay back! Please!
She lost it. What did she see? What?
What's that?
Rear. So the rumors about your work are true.
Is that the abyss?
No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution.
Wait, what the fuck?
I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
What the fuck?
Just... No, don't do it! Cylinders! Cylinders!
Is she going crazy?
I told you, Rerir. Let her go. You will find someone better.
Oh my...
No.
That girl is crazy.
I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack
Why did she do that? The people were rebelling?
Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rerir, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire.
Dainsleif was not invited in the club. They were like, nah, you are too good. You are a goody two shoe. You are not part of the group, of the squad.
Rerir. Rerir.
Splendid.
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rerir? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean...
Oh, this was at the dance.
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss
Probably not in the heart of a black
Maybe in the
hole of the
garden?
abyss, but you
Or were you
know...
thinking a fancy restaurant?
You do you.
It's your choice.
I'm just gonna say, abyssal corruption makes everyone more badass. I mean, look at this. If it only had aesthetic usages,
And then... you can give me your answer.
everyone will want to be corrupted. Like, damn. I don't know how Ryan's daughter looked before the corruption, though, to say for sure. Also, I feel the need to ask
That's
this.
how the Raker of Solnari was born.
The brutal part is that he's resisting the corruption through sheer force of sheer power of will. But I have to mention this. Is Tolin this insane? Like, is she was she right in the head? Was she also controlled by the abyss? Like, the guy came to her saying to live together, and Tolin is, no, I know you are here to kill me. Yes, I know you let that little girl that was a descendant of the Crimson Moon go, and yes, I'm aware you probably know also that I'm a descendant of the Crimson Moon, but no, I know you want to just live a peaceful life. You don't want to live with me. Yes, you are telling me you want to live with me, but no, I can read between the lines. So the solution is clear. I need to jump into a black hole of the abyss, which might or might not get me killed, but you know what? I do it for us. Because why just leave? You know? Why take the easy way out? Let's get you cursed for a few thousands of years first in excruciating pain and all that. Yeah, yes, you were leading a rebellion against the king right then. The king was about to be deposed and everything would have went the right way, but then there will only be 4 sinners. And it has not the same, the same tone, the 5 sinners. No, the 4 sinners was that. It sounds like a rock band. She was reading into Rerir's intentions because he was an assassin for Aemeath. Yes, but she knew he was pretty much betraying the king. Because he saved that girl, Terrier, or whatever her name is, the girl who is probably the great aunt of Arlecchino. He freed her. So she's probably aware that he plans to betray the king. And I don't think there was not a commotion when the 5 most powerful people in Khaenri'ah were storming the palace to kill the king. I feel like everyone in Khaenri'ah will have known about that going on. So it's like...
A monster created by circumstances.
Yeah, she was like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm out. You guys are on your own. Peace. Call me after everything is settled.
Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get...
Why did she not take Rerir?
Right now, I'm feeling a strong sense of loathing. In a nutshell, the story of Khaenri'ah is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little white lies, and before long, you have a huge pack of lies that destroys
You know what? The funny thing is, I don't think Rerir actually lied once. He mentioned that he was an enforcer for the king, which he was. He did say like he's a guard for him, which in a way it could be seen as a guard. It is more like misdirection rather than straight up lying about stuff. And same with Tolindis. He omitted, yes, but he did not lie. You know, he just danced around the subject, and kind of how Tolindis also did. She was a researcher at the Universitas, but she did not mention, right, what she's researching exactly and what her bloodline was. So he's like, are they white lies? It's more like avoiding the truth. But at the same time, I feel like it was obvious that the guy was turning around. He saved the little girl. Like that, if it was not for that scene where she freed that girl, where he freed that girl, I would have been okay, yes, she has a point, you know, to not trust him. But bro, and the guy, he went there all the way to the prison to check with Vedfolnir to find how to avoid the future, just to see his fiancée just jump into a black hole. And what a day for this guy, huh?
Time to get back.
What I respect is that the guy is not a hypocrite. He's aware he's selfish. He himself admitted he does not do it to save the world or for some grand purpose. He does it for himself. I mean, that's respect for that, you know? At least awareness.
Is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one of endless tragedy. Cruel as it may be, that was Khaenri'ah's fate.
And bro, that dying slave, he believed he was the organizer of the party, you know? He brought everyone together just to find out that his brother took it over and everyone was having fun without him. He was kicked out.
How are you holding up? Feeling okay?
She's fine. Boss is a pro.
Yes, I'm fine.
He's the most redeemable and potential ally when we go face the heavenly principles. I don't want spoilers, but I feel like he have a reason to do it outside of owning us a favor? I mean, I feel like he's more, probably more hateful towards the abyss rather than the principles themselves. And I still don't think we are gonna fight them. Did I haven't? Okay, don't spoil. I have to do this quest to find it myself. What exactly I guess the fate side, but I feel like that's just a bit of a stretch. And they destroyed the heavenly principles destroyed Kynria, but at that point they already betrayed the nation, right? They did not care. They did not have anything to do with it anymore. And I don't think the guy was in the right in his right mind at the time to even consider that. It looks like he hates more Columbina.
You will have seen the events of Rerir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by personal tragedy, as he said himself.
Aren't they all?
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone, but they did give us a clear glimpse into his life in Kynria. However, I would not consider Rerir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era.
Was he?
When the catastrophe of a generation strikes,
he was somebody just because he knew Dane and the others. He's the most regular guy of the bunch. All the others were kind of crazy.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not to abandon the people of Nodcry in their hour of need?
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan.
From Luma
Without
101.
you, the mission ahead will be all but impossible.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate being bossed around. Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the ceremony and kept your mouth
Is she
shut
talking
the
about
entire
us
time.
or Yahoda?
Bravo.
Cool. So, can you fill me in on the deets now? Most of what I saw went right over my head.
Revenge in the sense that if it weren't for the fact humanity was never taught why not to not touch the abyss, Kynria never would have fallen. I would say this. Humans are dumb. Humans are very dumb at their core. I mean, look at our history. It's just rinse and repeat. And we are teaching people about that, but we are still repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Like, you know, the Garden of Eden and that entire thing, when God said, don't eat the fruit. And then they were like, okay, let's just eat it. Maybe it's something good. It's like you are telling a child, don't do that because it's bad. And the child is thinking, but maybe they are telling me that because they don't want to have fun. Maybe it's something nice if I do it. We're repeating it less. That's progress. Depends how you see it. I feel like we are repeating it less, but more, but harder, you know? We are going with quality of madness over quantity now.
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will save me narrating it twice. Yehoda?
Yes, boss. Let me get that door for ya.
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about the first clause of your employment contract.
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the first clause
Yahoda
say?
always opens the door.
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door, pouring the tea, yada yada.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the curatorium abides by the very strictest of labor policies. You don't seriously think I'm cruel enough to treat her like my slave?
I mean, aren't you?
In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch Flintz and Varka lounging about in their chairs, enjoying a leisurely cup of tea. There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while I'm hard at work.
Ah, I know that feeling, Nefer. She's literally me. An attempt by the heavenly principles will have helped at least delay this. How aware was the heavenly principle of this abyss corruption? Were they even aware? So what happened was the travelers came, right? And then one of the shades just whisked away one of the twins, and they ended up in Kynria for some reason. And then that entire mess came about with the abyss. I mean, we need an immortal body to delay the 4 shades. I mean, isn't it an entire mess right now? I think Ryan's daughter is one of the 4 shades. I've seen the clips.
Oh no.
I don't even think we are gonna fight to the death the heavenly principles. I feel like we are gonna reach some kind of agreement and start fighting the abyss together.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss.
Ryan will turn on the shades somehow. I feel like she's way too self-centered for that. If she turns on them, it's just because she's gonna have something better to get out of this entire mess. Also, I feel like the shades need to stay for the most part. Aren't they like rules of Teyvat? What happens if one of them dies? If Ronova was to die, will people, there will be no more death? What will be the case then?
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor policy.
Wait, how long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Are we back in Sumeru? What? But what was the previous rule?
Boss, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
The dragon's rules come back. Yes, but were they good? I feel... How was humanity back then? And Nibelung is dead, isn't he? And Nibelung was the genius that thought bringing the abyss to Teyvat was a good thing. Humanity didn't exist. Okay, yeah, that's one of the concerns, right? At least New Villette has our back. But at the same time, to do that, don't all the Archons need to just off themselves like Furina did? And at the same time, Nibelung was the genius again. Because of him, we have the Abyss to begin with.
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated? But how?
Yes, Nibelung came with the Abyss because Heavenly Principal stole his house. Yes, but you don't burn the house down at that point. He did not even know how strong the Heavenly Principles were, right? He did not know if he can take it back. And was he even aware? Or did he just found out when he returned to Teyvat? Did he really bring the Abyss because he knew he does not have power at the level of the Heavenly Principles? Was he beaten once, then he left, and then he brought back the Abyss power? Was that how it went? But at the same time, that's like saying, oh, okay, so he was bit once before all that. But at the same time, that's like, does he really care about the yvonne all that much? It looks like he only cared if he could rule it, right? You don't bring fire into the house hoping to smoke out the mice.
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully calculated manner. And nobody has access to this chess set.
Even if he doesn't care, it's kinda his house. HP was the invader. Yes, but humanity did not exist at the time. So humanity is kind of an invader too. And I am standing with the hot waifus.
So you control everything in here?
More or less.
Unless all the
yes,
dragons
it's a
also
special
turn
technique
just
of
like
mine.
New Villette turned.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
And we don't really know the reason why the Heavenly Principles even took the house over. Was it just because she was bored or he was bored?
Only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Is there any similarity between what happened then and what's happening?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent, which was also the case my first time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy to do myself.
Meaning you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess
What's
set is a
with all the
personal
chess?
treasure that I alone understand. I must be the one to find our way out of here.
Yes, but we are also an invader and we are also descenders. And we messed around quite a bit. We're not as ambitious. Actually, scratch that. Isn't our twin going around planning to overthrow the world? Let's say we are half. We are half bending on conquest too. Our evil twin half. We're not trying to uproot the entire world. Half of us isn't. Half isn't.
Boss, it's fine. Really. Let me do something useful.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do without you, Yehoda?
What? Really?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and servile as you?
Slaves are hard
God
to
forbid
come by
anything
these
ever
days.
happens to you.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I was thinking of fetching some water.
Oh,
There's
Yehoda.
gotta be a source around here
You
somewhere.
were never in the
Suggest
desert,
everyone
were you?
finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. We gotta conserve our energy. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, mentally speaking, it's all real. And so is our tiredness and fatigue. You don't want to dismiss mental
So we are
fatigue.
now in
Just because
Nefer's
it isn't
memories.
physical doesn't mean it's any less serious. But anyway, I got your backs, so
How the freak did you know all this? Isn't this the first time Nefer used it with you?
Don't I have the best employees? Jealous much?
Where do I purchase one? Okay, scratch that. I managed to get 2 dupes of her and she was given for free in one of the events.
If we can find a suitable time,
I think it's fine
I'd
for
love
now.
to
We need
borrow
more, but...
Yehoda for a day to help out at the Frost Moon Scions. Would you be amenable to that, Boss Nefer?
What's her rent?
Oh, Lauma. Have I ever told you just how pretty you are? Beauty runs from the tips of your antlers to the depths of your imagination. Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking no matter what we encounter. And don't disturb the chess piece. You have my word that I will get
She
us all
still
out of here.
has Tori's amulet. How many days did pass in the game. Because if you think about it, between Luna 3 and Luna 4, there was like a month of waiting, right? So, aren't we owning a ton of Mora to Dori? Are there chests hidden here?
This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign.
I did hear they integrated the character quests in the main story now.
Wait, is that?
I guess that's why the story quests, the Archon quest, started taking longer and longer.
Oh, it's him.
There you are. SNEZHNAYA's been looking for you all day.
Oh, yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue?
I want to
Hiding
see
away some
her.
more loose change?
What do you mean loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this.
Wait, no! Look at that, what they stole from us. Young well, not Loma, young Nefer. Red is gathering his bits and pieces. Is he?
Hey,
At this
kid.
point, doesn't he already
Mind telling me
have
what SNEZHNAYA's
like
been
full
up to
power?
recently? I'm trying to get in his good books and I need a way in.
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want with my dad, Uncle Apepi?
I've written a new
Apep.
song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival.
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but unfortunately, Uncle Retinue says my dad's looking for...
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting...
Pile of stones. Got it.
Pile of stones. Yes, but he's also hunting for Columbina, right? He's not like staying and not doing anything. He's also sending his minions to search for her.
Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking
You know,
for me.
if I was Rerir, I would have placed some kind of guards at the curatorium because he's aware of the curatorium. And he's aware that that Nefer is gonna be the best point of information for the traveler. So if he was smart, he will have placed eyes and ears near the entire location. And I feel like Nefer spying on his memories also might trigger some kind of alarm for him. There's no way somebody as powerful as him can't feel something like that. So that kind of intrusion.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have shared the spoils of war with me.
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
The
It was
NPC
just a
figure number
of speech.
55.
The aftermath of a sandstorm is no time to be waged. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back. Which means...
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry. It should last us for a good while.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and poverty.
Is this the Aru village, the past location of that
how prosperous
place?
our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now. Squeezed into these hovels. But things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months back.
It must be Aru
They gave me
village.
some
The Aru
contacts
village is the only
in
place
return
where
for my
they still have
assistance in the
contact
desert.
with the academia.
So you're the academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long.
So, do you get anything good out of being
The child
a
is
special
realistic.
ambassador?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time. One day, I swear I'm gonna lead us out of this place. We'll find somewhere new. Somewhere better.
Trying to get inside or what? How many, by the way, how many can I do? Oh, come on. I try to get Nefer before the banner expire. I need the full... No, I could get another... Can I get it with this? No, I can't access it. Oh, I can. Oh my god, okay.
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well, you've gone from chief to thief, and now you have to face the consequences.
Did
You know,
really
if
think
we
you could take
don't,
our water without
in a few
permission and get
centuries,
away
this
with
is
it?
going to be our
You're either
future.
brave, stupid, or both.
And that special ambassador act? Yeah, nice try. We spoke to the academia. They said it was all news to them.
You're a liar and a cheat!
I mean, yeah, I guess they are gonna say anything in order to
I heard Yehuda
survive.
gasp, but I don't blame her. Corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers.
Since Natlan, with
The
that
desert
entire
dwellers'
scene
weapons
with
of
the
choice.
tribes death, they really went all in killing
There's a
NPCs.
handwritten note on the ground. Let's see what it says.
Halil, this is SNEZHNAYA, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. I was the one who helped you and your colleagues avoid the quicksand in the desert. This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail, as I didn't receive a
Ooh,
reply.
he got Donowald.
I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well, forcing me to look for another water source in Eab and Unut territory. Praise the gods. The well of the Eab tribe was intact. It was my last resort. I drew what water I could and left, but not without being spotted. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said you'd be my ally in the academia. I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. It's the only way I can convince them that this was the academia's decision and prevent them from retaliating. This is an emergency. Please send
After
help
getting
as
help,
soon
he
as
just
possible.
ignored him.
Looks
Realistic.
like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. Their whole village was butchered over a sip of water.
And well, now we know why Nefer never wants to return to the desert.
Welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable libations.
What kind of word
This
is
is the
that?
finest wine our village has to offer. I promise.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. I highly doubt anyone in this desert possesses serious academic potential.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our god. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. Give her a chance. Don't let her talent go to waste.
I don't recognize her. New arrival?
She showed up here a few days ago and we took her in.
So, where are you from?
Nowhere special. Just a sand dune.
What about the rest of your family? How many of you are there?
Just the one.
It's only you?
Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters, no mother or father?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters. Apart from that, I have no family.
All right, get over here. Sign your name on the form. Never? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
Okay, okay. I mean, if not for her cloth design, I will not have thought she has any connection to the desert.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your perspective on.
Oh? Please ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs. Do you really think I'm a weak student?
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite. You have a sharp mind, almost too sharp.
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they certainly wouldn't complain about the lighter workload.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are, and I'm sure you know why they're like that.
Because of where I come from. Because I'm different.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions? What's the other one?
I wanted to check... If someone sent me a letter to the academia,
Oh, she wants to investigate what happened to the letter of her father.
Well, as long as they put your name on the envelope, someone should hand it right to you.
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed to be your teacher, but I haven't taught you anything.
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. It's not just the academia either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful.
Oh, this is way too real. It's getting so real.
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me you've given up on life already.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world, you have to find a way to become successful.
She's not wrong.
This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed mail. Let's take a look. A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a Corps of 30 representative. This one was never even opened. I guess the recipient didn't care what the Corps of 30 had to say about anything.
Okay, banding this guy.
Who was it addressed to? I don't recognize the name, but it must have been a Ksharawar professor. This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Changes Observed in Satyavada Life Symptoms. Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. All the barriers between
Were they
levels of
high?
consciousness.
Guided
In
by
clinical
incense.
terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense poisoning. For example, my neighbor... This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Why wasn't it collected? Wait, what's this written on the back? The note says, the sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would send it back, but no return address was provided. This next one is addressed to Grand Sage Azar. A few words of protest regarding recent changes in Sumeru's educational policy. In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number of students from the desert region. However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been provided with educational opportunities that are, in any meaningful sense, equal to those enjoyed by their peers, as well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and perfunctory tutoring. They do not even have full access to the Akasha system. Education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are knowledge and wisdom. As Grand Sage, policy decisions are
this
your
guy
prerogative,
risked his life to write
but
this.
do not forget your roots. You and I were once students too, as I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. Great letter. Shame it didn't get to where it needed to go. And the sender is...
Oh, of course it was Cyrus.
Sage Cyrus of Spontamod. I didn't realize anyone else even knew how bad students like me have it in this place. So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Nice one, Grand Sage. Really enlightened leadership. Whatever. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it here. I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. Must have been years since someone last went through it all. I don't believe for 1 second that any human being has sat down and read through all the documents in this place. Wait, could this be it?
Written on crude quality paper.
Greetings, Halil. My name is SNEZHNAYA, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague Zaid when you ran into trouble in the Great Red Sand. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight. This brings me to my reason for writing.
So he promised the position of ambassador.
Particularly hard times. There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. The Eob and Unut are descended from the Thamudians. While we trace our ancestry to Tulatala, we worship the Lord of Flowers and have had relatively good relations with our fellow tribes up until now. I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need your help. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert. We have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited.
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words. I doubt they even remember the name SNEZHNAYA, and you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You liar. You lied about everything. You promised the world and delivered on none of it.
I mean, shouldn't she be, first of all, angry on the people of academia that did this?
And who fell for it? Just me, by the looks of it. Which makes you a pathetic liar. I think I'll take over from here. Let me show you how it's done. I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything you've done for me in my time here.
Nefer? You packed your bags.
Where are you going?
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna head back and deal with it.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you. You know that better than I do.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things to deal with, and they can't wait. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk.
Oh, incense.
What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has hallucinogenic effects.
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it?
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with this plant. It's not worth much. Keep it, it's fine.
But never.
All right, that's all from me.
Now we'll never know if she lies or she tells the truth. She's just gonna alternate between them.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right? We're friends.
Yeah, I'll remember you.
I feel like that's a lie.
I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and it's a rare find even in those ruins. And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. No time to reminisce. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way, I expect I'll forget you pretty quickly.
Damn, she's cold now. I mean, that's to be expected.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business deal to be made.
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my
she wants to get rid of them.
The Eab people. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But
so you do know who you're dealing with.
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but it looks like you have control over it now.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to flatter us.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering 50 million mora in return for
She is
excavation
so
rights.
lying now.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50 million's a little low, don't you think?
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power?
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. I hope I am—
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt
She's
down every one of your
gonna
people
make
and
them
you
fight
watch
each other.
as I cut their heads off one by one.
I assure you, Chief, that would not be in your long-term interests. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, But surely even you recognize an ambassador's attire when you see it. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway?
All right.
I mean,
take your
she
point.
called him a
The
barbarian.
Academia is the highest authority in the land. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration.
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, so let's indulge in a few drinks together.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken the what?
Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eab's military superiority.
Oh, she probably announced that the Academia was willing to pay.
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence.
And create
Perhaps
suspicion.
there's a traitor in your midst.
I don't think so.
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the well, I'm afraid you won't see a single mora of that 50 million.
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. That well is ours.
Glad to hear it.
If there is a traitor, I will find them.
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe instead of the Eab, yes?
The Eab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to
Okay,
reason.
yeah.
And now they have the gall to interfere in our research projects in the desert region. So let me ask you, Chief.
Kill them all.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be intervening in desert affairs.
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe, you'd start a bloody war.
Right. We
What's
can't
with all
confront
this
them
boss?
ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always had strained relations with the Eab, with natural allies. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. And now look at you. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this matter.
Say no more.
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how. People will believe anything.
That's so real, though. This quest is very, very real. She went crazy.
Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like any others. You're no different.
I mean, if it was real,
nothing
some of them
special
will
at
have
all.
survived. One of the tribes will
monsters
have
who destroyed
won.
my home. They're just ordinary, petty human beings. What a joke. I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. Oh, SNEZHNAYA, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribespeople would still be alive, but you couldn't do what had to be done.
Nefer, it's okay. All of this is in the
I
past.
don't feel like she regrets any of
I
it.
believe I remember you promising to remain
And I don't
silent.
think she...
Yeah.
I mean,
even
she just
so.
got revenge. I am behind this.
Yehoda, is there anything you can can do to
She
ease
literally
the
just
tension?
killed the people that were just killing others.
All right, time for a sharp turn onto a completely different topic. So, anyway, that's enough of that. When are we getting out of this place? Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, Alma, you tired?
Yes. If we can find somewhere to sit down, I could certainly do with a rest.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? That's where this story ends? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says.
You mentioned a temple.
My biggest trade secret of all.
Ah. Then I'm guessing it's where you got your power from.
I didn't know you were clued up on any other religion.
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with King Deshret.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino. The spirit of Hermanubis dwells within him.
That's boss enough for ya.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity. But I know about Sethos, too.
What about him? Is he a big deal or something?
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it that way. Please, this is the bare-bone basic. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot.
She knows
to take
everyone.
in.
Is this place on the map? Damn, nice statue.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about any of this stuff. I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too,
A
but
statue of
I've never seen
horse.
anything like it before.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the
Oh,
Ibis King.
Thoth,
One of the
of
7
course.
pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the
Aemeath?
Goat King were the 3 retainers
I don't know
of
the
King
goat.
Deshret. Let's take a look.
I do know that the crocodile often represented Aemeath. Oh, cutscene. Wait, the cat? The cat though. Is that Nefer's cat?
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Is that Bastet?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Oh, is that corrupted by the abyss? Wait, what? Was the cat a trap?
Hold on!
Well, she called it off in a way. Wait, what the fuck? Was that a rare ear? Did that guy just turn into a cat?
Always a death sentence.
You know what? I can't even judge this guy. Pretending to be a cat to be pet by Nefer. Well, Dory, I hope... okay. I hope that thing was insured, you know, because you are not getting it back.
How repulsive.
Is that the enslave? I knew it though, I called it. He must know that Nefer was peering into his memories.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I?
She's adorable.
It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt. Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved. I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly
You
did.
got duped.
And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone?
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it.
Damn, that's
why we weren't
hardcore.
able to...
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King Deshret?
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King.
Thought.
You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe. The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the
I
Ibis
will
King.
have believed it was
He
for
led me to a
Bastet
gate
more
deep
likely.
inside the temple. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any human's.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned.
So she got that from Thought. Thought that resides in a cat right now. That cat is a
Thank you all
god.
for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Reicher of Solnari's background. The Reicher of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who...
It was passed down through the ages, finally falling into the hands of the knave. Yeah, so that these were her. Arlecchino was the descendant of the little girl that Rerir saved.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers the consequences.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to fit the description.
Miss Lama, any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. The term Moon Gate is one I've heard before. But as is the case with all of our legends, there are no records of any first-hand witnesses.
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have...
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well.
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. And right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Rayhir of Solnari. I'm afraid this is one mystery we may have to leave unsolved for now.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Rayhir of Solnari exists in the form of countless fragments. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the Wild Hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes of monsters to many different locations across the land.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the Wild Hunt is a distributed phenomenon, rather than a unified one?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart.
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss
it kept him alive. Is it a curse?
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. This raises some interesting questions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to...
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo.
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... When I think of the man I once
No,
knew as
he did it for a girl, bro. You know, bros before girls, well, the guy did not agree to that.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort.
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and...
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you, both.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer needs some time to recover.
That's very thoughtful of you.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene to nail down a plan.
Okay. Is the story still ongoing?
Is this a bad time? No. Nice room. Oh, I'm not coming in though.
Why not? It's just a hotel room.
If it's all the same, I'll just stay out here.
I heard
might
there
not
are
look the
different.
part, but I'm technically a knight. Barging in.
I heard there are different dialogues with Varka depending if you are a male or female traveler.
Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things with me that I thought you should be aware of.
Okay, so
Firstly,
here is the thing.
Although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari
right
inside
now
her
it
chest
looks like
set,
I'm
there's
still
no
stuck in the
guarantee that the
quest,
power of the
but
Ibis
I
King
need
is
to
any
go
match
pretty
for one of the
soon.
five sinners.
So
Their powers are beyond
yeah,
our
that's
comprehension.
unfortunate. This guy is pretty much saying that he's gonna escape. Yeah, no, of course he will escape. But from what I see, we are approaching another big story quest. Like, this is the third part of the 4th act, and this is gonna take like 2 or probably even 3 hours. So I do not have time to binge do it right now. What I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna call it for now, and tomorrow we are gonna continue. We are gonna finish Act 4, and I think Act 5 is a lot smaller. So we could probably just finish Act 4 and finish Act 5 tomorrow. That will leave Act 6 and 7. There is so much. This story quest is massive, humongous. But you know what? It's better than before. So in terms of quality, I would much rather prefer this than the freaking cursed Aranara story quest. Well, side quest. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Good luck with your pulls. I'm gonna try and pull for Nefer later. And bye.